Hi, I'm Pastor Larson. I serve at Luther Memorial Chapel and University Student Center in Shorewood, Wisconsin. What I'd like to suggest for you today is how to receive more on the Lord's Day. That is, how can I prepare for the divine service on Sunday morning? And I would like to provide 3 suggestions for you. First, and most important, is simply to read the gospel text appointed for that particular Sunday. Here at LMC, we follow the historic one-year lectionary. So all you have to do is have a look at the lectionary in the very front of the hymnal. Lectionary is just a fancy word for a series of readings. Also, in your newsletter every month here at LMC, you will have a little section called Preparing for the Lord's Day. That's where you can find all of the texts and hymns for those Sundays during the month. So why would we read the gospel before coming to church? Well, generally that will be something of the center of gravity. The sermon will revolve around the gospel text that day. On Sunday morning at worship, there are sometimes so many distractions. Our minds can wander and get away from us. And this is simply a very easy thing to do so that you can be more prepared for the divine service. And you'll be, I think, very surprised by how much more you can glean from listening to the sermon. So rather than just hearing it for the first time on a Sunday morning, take some time to read it on Saturday evening or perhaps on Sunday morning before church. And when I say read the gospel text, it doesn't mean you have to do some sort of deep exegetical study. I'm talking about simply reading it through. Simply read the gospel text through. Maybe you can say something about it if you're reading through it with your family, but keep it simple and just become familiar with the text. My second suggestion for preparing for Sunday worship would be to sing the hymn of the day prior to that Sunday. So whatever the hymn of the day is for that coming Sunday, hymn of the day, by the way, is the hymn that we sing before the sermon. Learn the hymn. Sing it every day leading up to that Sunday. That way, when Sunday rolls around, you'll be able to sing it very well. This has become a pretty fun thing in my own household. We sing that hymn leading up to Sunday, and by the time Sunday rolls around, we normally have it learned by heart. It's fun. It's rewarding. There's a big difference between simply being familiar with the hymn and actually knowing it and learning it by heart and having that hymn become a part of you. The hymn of the day is also located in your church newsletter that you'll have, and you can check that out. My third and final suggestion would be to have a look at Christian questions with their answers. That's a part of the Small Catechism. It's on page 329 in your hymnal. And that's simply a series of questions and answers that it walks through what Christ has done for us and it prepares us to receive the Holy Sacrament. For example, some of the first questions are, do you believe that you are a sinner? Yes, I believe it. How do you know this? From the 10 Commandments, which I have not kept. And then it goes on about the person and work of Christ. We learn about the sacrament and our great need for it and our great comfort in it. And it's a very nice way to prepare for Sunday worship. So these are my 3 suggestions. Again, if you can do nothing else at all to prepare for Sunday worship, I still think the most important is simply to read the gospel text through ahead of time. And I think you will be surprised by how much more you can enjoy and track with everything that's going on at the Sunday morning divine service. God's blessings to all of you, and I hope this is in some way helpful.